Hello, today we're going to do more moon phase predictions. Last time we worked on this, we used our SNEP drawing to make predictions. Today we're going to do it using a calendar. So the idea is, if we know the amount of time between moon phases, we could predict what moons occur on each day. So in our example, we're just going to start with our month, and it doesn't matter what month they assign you. Oftentimes they'll give you a calendar with the month provided. Sometimes we encourage students to draw a fake calendar so that they can get that information. If we do fake calendars, I just encourage them to go by the weeks, and we'll see how that works. So on our example, it said if we had a new moon on the 10th, what moons would we predict from there? So with a question like that, you would start off by drawing your new moon on the 10th of the month. So we know that a new moon lasts for one night, and after the new moon, I always do what happens in the weeks like I described in the video before. A week after a new moon, we know that we have a first quarter moon. 1 week after the first quarter, we have a full moon. We could even go backwards. A week before a new moon would have been our third quarter moon. So filling in the weekly changes is very beneficial to start. This allows us to even be able to answer our first question. If we already knew that the new moon happened on the 10th, we could predict that 2 weeks later we would have the full moon on the 24th. But sometimes they might want you to look at the days in between the quarter moons. So their next question asks, what moon phase will appear on the 20th? And so to work a question like that, we'd want to think about what moon is occurring between our quarter moons. So we'll go back to our new moon. And we know our new moon has no light, so the day after the new moon, the light is increasing on the right, and we have a waxing crescent. We learned last lesson that that waxing crescent is going to grow for 6 days. So I wrote waxing crescent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to represent the 6 days. And then you can see it gets me to my first quarter. The first quarter lasts one night, and then the next day it's going to continue to grow as a waxing gibbous. And our waxing gibbous will grow for 6 days until it is now a full moon. The full moon lasts for one evening, and then the light begins to decrease, which means that we would have our waning gibbous. If you needed to draw a calendar or continue your calendar on, you could just keep adding boxes or writing past the information that's given. We still know our waning gibbous lasts for 6 days. And it's decreasing at this point, so now it would decrease and it would be a third quarter. And the third quarter lasts one night, and then we have our waxing crescent. So by being able to lay out your moon phases on a calendar, you could make predictions based on weeks or based on specific days, like our second question asked. So sometimes you have to make a choice whether it's better to use your calendar or to use your SNEP. I hope that helps.